Hello, guys. Welcome once again to another recap and review of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And today we're going to be talking about the previous episode, episode 4 in the season 8 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Before we go ahead, don't forget to like and comment your thoughts and opinion on this video. Don't forget to click on your subscription button to subscribe to Shoprite TV's YouTube channel and also Unfiltered Uzo's YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and talk about this episode. How did you guys feel about today's episode? Was it better than last week's episode or the same?
It had its little exciting times in it, but there was kind of melancholy again, kind of up and down
Yeah.
like a roller coaster.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Um, let's go ahead. Okay, but what would you rate the episode from a 1 to 10?
I can honestly give it a 6.
I was gonna say six as well.
Yeah, about a 6. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What about you? What did
So
you
let
rate it?
I I would say I rate it like probably a 5.
Okay.
Probably a 5.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about what happened in the episode. Um we started off with Latisha and Kimmy meeting up with Destiny. That meeting up was very funny. Did you see the way that both of them were confused? Both um when Kiki wanted to hug Latisha was like, "Oh, I want to see your dress," and I was like, "What's the confusion here?" And they sat down and tried to have a chat, talking about their businesses. She was telling us about the restaurant they bought, her wanting a Masao to do some work in it. I love that at least we're getting, because I feel like we might not really get to see that aspect of their lives on the show. They might not want to show us. So I'm happy that we get to hear, at least we get to hear that they are moving forward when it comes to their businesses. So that part was like a great part for me. But the part that was very interesting to me was when Destiny came into the picture and was like, "Hey, my besties." I'm like, I can't remember. Is Kimmy really Destiny's best friend or Destiny's close friend? Because I can't remember them being really close friends. If she said her and Latisha, I'll say yes. But Kimmy, when she said in her diary, I said diary, when she said in her confessionals that, "Oh, Kimmy and Latisha have been there for me for a while, they've been my G," I'm like, Kimmy, even if you check on their social media, like Kimmy is not one person that is really that consistent in either liking Destiny's post, commenting on her post, but you can see the consistency in Latisha. She literally likes most of Destiny's posts, comments on her videos. Same thing for Destiny. So her coming to say Kimmy is my G, I'm confused because it's not really giving G. I'm just like, are they saying, is she saying that Kimmy is her friend just to for the show, or for, I don't just know, because for me I didn't
You went out, or is it just me?
No, she went out.
Oh, okay. Well, to
you went
answer her
out.
question, I was surprised that she said that too, because I was thinking, when did she and Kimmy become so close?
Yeah, I
Can you
think
guys hear me?
Oh,
yes, I
now
can
we
hear you
can. Now
now.
we
Okay.
can.
Yeah,
Okay.
I basically think that they're like working friends. You know what I'm saying? You have a little friend at the job. And I just feel like that's what she meant. My besties.
Yeah, because I just looked on Instagram, like you said, Uzo, and I don't see Destiny liking Kimmy's post, and she always likes Tisha's posts. So yeah, good
Yeah.
observation.
Like so the best thing was I don't if you say I'm doing this because we have to just for the show sake, we have to be close. That's understanding. But the way she was smiling, you would think that's where I get confused. Now she's coming out to say, oh, we are besties, we're friends. Tomorrow now this is the thing that comes with lies. Tomorrow, if something coincidentally happens between her and Kimmy, and she now starts being like, oh, we're not really that friends. And people will start getting confused because my first question will be, isn't it the same person you said was your bestie? Isn't it the same person that you said were that they're your pals? How is it that you got from that situation to this situation? That is why I don't like lies, because even if you're lying for people to to be interested in you or the show, it still ends up affecting you because tomorrow we cannot predict what tomorrow will bring. You don't know the circumstances that tomorrow will bring. Then it happens, people now start coming for you. Now be like people are really brutal. Some of us will watch this show, we see what happens on the show. Then when certain things happen, we judge. No, not because we really don't know what's going on in these people's life. We don't really know exactly what's going on. So sometimes when we see what's going on the screen, or what you try to show us, or what you bring out that this is your reality, then we see a different thing. We tend to judge. We tend to judge like, wow, I really thought this was how it was. So she coming out to say her and Kimmy were friends, I was like, that part I did not know. I did not understand how her and Kimmy were close, because it's not giving close friendship. If she said her and Latisha, that part I can literally buy. I can buy her and Latisha because they are giving off the friendship vibe. At least they follow each other, they respect each other on social media. But for her and Kimmy, it's not there. And now they decided to talk about Sonny and Moses in this conversation. Now, she said, I know we talked about this briefly when she said, oh, she's my friend, at least we're working towards a friendship. We have text messages where she texted me, sis, um her sister invited me to her birthday. But there was something that Kimmy did say in her diary. What am I saying diary today? In her confessionals today. And she said, maybe the way she put it is like, maybe Destiny thought that the friendship was in a certain way, but Sonny was thinking in a different direction of their friendship. And Sonny was probably just thinking that this is my work, and she did her job too well, that Destiny thought it was something special. What did you think about Kimmy's description of how Destiny and Sonny's friendship was?
Like I said before, it was a business friendship. If somebody is supposed to be around you, production, and find out about, you know, what's on your mind, what's hurting you, what's going on with you, what are you into, yeah, of course you're gonna have to be friendly with that person. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You're gonna have to do a few lunch dates, a few coffee dates, you know. But in the whole time, you're making your mental notes. That was Sonny's job, you know. And hey, Sonny seen something that um Destiny seemed like she wasn't interested in, which was Moses.
Yeah.
It was like a pair of old shoes. You wear those old shoes around the house, you clean up in them, and you sit them over to the side. They dusty, a little muddy. Somebody goes, those are some cute shoes. And somebody goes, well, you know what? I don't really like those shoes. I just wear them around the house. You know, it's sort of like that. And I feel like Sunny knew exactly what she was doing. Destiny knew that she was no longer interested in Moses. This is how I feel, you know. And the friend, the word friend is used loosely amongst everybody. I have associates. I really don't have friends. You know, I have associates, people that I know, people that I see, people that I kick it with. Those are associates, you know,
Yeah.
because I can't put nothing past them, because we're not that deep, So
Yeah,
for
and
her to
Sunny,
call Latisha and them her friends, sorry, but for her to call Latisha and them her friends, I don't see it that deep.
you don't see it that deep for Tisha and Destiny as friends?
Exactly. I don't. I don't.
I think
I,
she
I
means Sonny and Destiny.
well,
She said
s-
Tisha.
Latisha and Destiny, I don't see them really as friends. I see them as
Oh,
co-workers, you know, and
Really?
the
They seem
same
to
way
hang out a lot.
they hang out a lot.
Yeah. And did you hear Destiny say that Tisha went down to the station before she even got there with bail money?
Oh
Allegedly, that's
no,
what she said.
no.
Yeah,
Oh,
so it seems right.
you're
It
talking
seems as
about
though
so it's
the
they
Tisha
have
that
arrest.
brought out
developed a
the. You
You're
know,
talking about the
for
arrest,
me,
right?
I haven't been on social
yeah.
media this whole week, so I really don't know what was happening. Normally, I always go to your YouTube channel, Shop Reality, to like watch what's going on, but I haven't
Oh,
gone
thank you.
through what's going on. I only did hear she was arrested, but so Tisha was the one that came out with the bill money,
That's what Destiny said, that
allegedly,
Tisha
right?
was there before she was there. I think that they have cultivated a friendship within the past couple of years. I don't think that they were friends before, but it sounds as though they are really close now.
But we see how Destiny does her friends. Wasn't she friends with Nell? Didn't Nell kick her down some money and help her out
What?
and stuff? I
What?
mean, hell,
Oh
you be
no.
my
Nell or
friend though.
Mel? Nell or
Nell,
Melody?
Mel, didn't
Nell
Mel
Fletcher?
help?
Oh, I didn't know she gave her
No,
money.
Nell. I mean Mel. Didn't Mel?
Melody.
Oh, yeah, yes, yes,
Melody,
yes, yes,
didn't she help
yes,
Destiny out before? Okay, well, you
yes.
know what? You come help me like that financially, you probably be my friend for a day too.
And
But
just
until
looking
then,
at the
you're my
scene,
associate.
I see what you mean. But I enjoyed the scene. I enjoyed seeing the three of them sit down and talk. And I love Kimmy's hair. Oh, her hair was beautiful. Her hair looked so
I,
good and so
Yeah.
healthy.
I
Every one
love
of
her
But
them
it
was
seems
hair.
looking
like
beautiful, actually.
I love her
they
hair.
did. I loved it. And it seems as though the
Hmm.
two of them were excited that Destiny was filming again. I got that impression too, that they were happy that she was back, that she had been given another chance to come back. And she was
Yeah.
saying her little
Especially
stuff too.
Latisha.
Yes, that's why I said I think that they are genuine friends. I think Tisha wants the best for her and is excited that she's there. But as far as you were saying about the Sunny thing, Destiny did in one of her, because she has that YouTube channel now where she's talking a
Yeah.
lot. She was saying, I believe it was on her YouTube channel or somewhere, that no, she's not the kind of person who just assumes that everybody is her friend. That's not who she is. But that this person was just, I guess, pouring into her. I guess it's not the right word to say, because that's what I think that's what Sunny said about what she was doing. But needless to say, it seems as though, like you said, she was good at her job and she does post a lot of inspirational things. So maybe Destiny took that as if the lady was, friends with her.
Interested in her.
Because as she
Yeah.
mentioned before, that the lady, after the lady was let go, allegedly, the lady was still communicating with her. That's what you're saying about not calling everybody your friend, but maybe during a vulnerable time when she had been going, just going through the divorce and the issues that she was having, that this person was there for her, just like she was there for Kimmy. You
Mm.
heard Kimmy say Sunny was there for her at her time of need.
Yeah.
So maybe Sunny is really good at that, being a good emotional
Yeah.
support. And she's probably
Support
genuine
system.
about
Yeah.
it, support system. And maybe she was genuine about it. I don't think she was faking being there for Kimmy. And I think she was
Hmm.
genuine with being supportive for Destiny. But maybe Destiny did take it as though they were close friends. Maybe the other lady didn't
Yeah.
see
Or
it as
maybe they are
such.
building the relationship.
Building a relationship or a friend for just a season.
But I was glad to see the three of them talking. Truthfully, I was glad to see the three of them talking. And I just hope, I've always said it, that I hope that this is not going to be the only thing that after Destiny gives this to us, then she goes blank again. Because that would be very disappointing for her to, like, after this Moses thing, she goes blank. I don't want to get to see that again on this this show. Anybody that wants to go blank, please leave, exit the building, exit. Then we got to see Melody meet up with Martell. Sorry, I said Melody. Martell meeting up with Nell. Oh, oh my God! When I say that chat was like I was like Martell. Martell is a very funny person. That's what I would just say. He's he's a character. He is a character. They talked about Melody's situation and the arrest, where Nell Fletcher was like, I don't love the fact that you were arrested, but I got to know that you pulled out a revenge piece stuff, and that is not great. And the way he made his face, mm, like, and he made an excuse like, she does stuff, she does stuff, and I do mine. Like that is a great thing to do. And he keeps on. I don't know whether you guys noticed how many times he talked about bullying. Like, Melody's bullying me, she's bullying me, she's bullying me. Like, we should feel, but bullying is not right. Nobody should get me wrong, bullying is not right. But the way he was trying to convince, like, I think he was trying to do a good job in convincing the people that are watching the show that Melody is such a big bully. Because he was like, Melody bully, she bully. And
And hold on a second. Didn't he say on a recent live that he was benching like 450 pounds at one time?
450
So
pounds of what?
he can bench press 450 pounds, but she's bullying him.
Oh my God. So when he kept on
He's
saying that
using the
bullying, I
wrong word. Yeah, that's not the
yeah,
right word he should use.
that was what I felt like. Him saying that bullying was like, bullying is a very wrong word for him to keep on saying in that episode. In this episode, it was a very wrong word. Then he then talked, and one thing that is beginning to piss me off in this one thing that's beginning to piss me off in this stuff is that he keeps on showing this text message, this alleged text message that he did send to Melody, right? And I'm like, I'm like, where is the other text messages? Because you said she was bullying you, right? I believe she was bullying you. Where is the text messages that she bullied you in from? Because you said you responded to her that text message because of what she did. So where is the text messages that she was bullying you from? Like, there is a text chain. Where are those messages? But you're only showing us the one. It's the only message they're only showing us. Every time the first episode, that's the same message you read. The second episode, that's the same message you read. Where is the text chain? Where is yes? Because you say she's bullying you, according to him, the language he's using, she bullied you. Now, where's the text message that shows that she was bullying you through text before you then reacted? Let's believe that that text message was a reaction for what you like, was a reaction for what Melody did. What was in the text message that made you react like that? Let us see. Don't come and be telling me, oh, she made me do this. She was bullying me. See, I was sending me text messages, bullying me. So I replied her and said, please don't bully me. Like, I'm tired of hearing the please don't bully me. Show me. Show me the text message chain.
First thing, I don't know how tall Martell is. I would figure like maybe 6 feet, 5'11", something like that. You know, big, strong, muscular guy. How the hell is a woman gonna bully you? You know what I'm saying? How is a woman gonna bully you? You know what I'm saying? When it seems like she doesn't want to be alone with you because of the things that you might do. Not only do you have a horrible mouth, it seems like you like using hands too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she just acts like she has battered woman syndrome to me. Believe me, I know. I've been through it. I've done it. Been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't understand. And nor did we see anything on national TV of her bullying him through court. The courts ain't gonna let you sit there and bully nobody, first off. You know, um, was he getting bullied through court? Uh, what was she calling him? Saying, "I'm gonna get you when I see you on the streets." Like, what the hell? That, look, he is just painting a narrative that he wants us all to follow. That is what narcissists do. They paint the narrative. You know what I'm saying? And oh, I just get so tired of him. It's like he does something right, then he does 20 things wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's like he just can't get his shit right. And it's upsetting to see because, like, you're still not happy. Destroyed everything good you had, and you still not happy because you want somebody to take you back. Like, what kind of life is that? And what Nell was saying is what I said before. Your kids are going to get older and they're going to somehow watch and see this and see how you've been treating their mother. Are they going to like that? Are they going to respect you after that? You know what I'm saying? So he's doing more damage than he really thinks. He's not thinking about the future. He's thinking about right now. Right now, Mel got all these people that are against me, all these women who are against me, but then you got all these women who are fluttering over him, like he's the best thing since sweet tea, you know? So I don't get it. I don't get it. I haven't seen any bullying. I've seen her being bullied, her being talked to, her being aggressively argued at. When he's trying to prove his point, you cheated on me and whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, nigga, calm down. You done had a whole kid, you know, and we ain't together. So why do you care what my does anymore? It don't belong to you.
Mm. Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi, beautiful.
Hey, LaDon.
Yeah, he's a piece of crapola. I think he's just trying to. He likes to play on words. Hotel likes to play on words, just like he played up in Chris's face. Tape, video, tomato, tomato. You know what you did. You know what it was. You knew your intention, and you also know what your side chick was doing. So when he's saying Mel is bullying him, he I think he's talking about because the fans kept coming at him and attacking him online and stuff. That has nothing to do with Mel. We watch the show, we see certain characters, and we talk about what you show us. And sorry, yours is not in a good light. So people speak on it. We're in a day and age where social media runs the world. People are going to talk about everything they read, watch, see, and experience. If you don't want to be a part of it, get off the show. You're so tough. You are the baddest thing. You're the finest thing. You're the best thing walking. But you're saying you're being bullied. And it's so funny how he turned this whole thing around. You were the one that cheated for years with the
Yep.
same woman.
Yep.
You're the one that made multiple babies, but one living one with the side chick.
Mm.
You're the one who was given chance after chance and chose to still do what you wanted to do. You wanted your cake and eat it too. You wanted the world. And you thought she was supposed to continue to go for it. But you trying to switch this thing around like Mel cheated. We never found proof. Mel this, but she never did. If you want to go back to the first text message, you said something and Mel went on her page and responded. Your side chick kept saying stuff and Mel still stayed quiet. When she started talking about that tape and Mel's kids, is when Mel said, now I will take it to you. Come on. She don't bother them folks. She let the universe be the universe. And they don't realize it's not Mel's doing, it's their actions that keep making them fail. He's full of it. And Chris Fletcher is full of it too.
Yeah, I was like, if you want to come out and accuse someone of bullying, at least come with your evidences.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the world where people accuse people falsely. We've seen it happen where it never happened, and someone just comes and being like, "Oh, she did this to me. Oh, he did this to me," and everybody's rallying up. Then later on, we find out that, oh wow, it never happened. The person just forged the storyline. As much as social media is very powerful right now, people use it against and for. So don't come and tell me Melody was bullying me without evidence. I need to see those evidence. Don't be showing me. See, at this moment, I am tired of Carlos King showing me that one text message. If I see that one text message again being read out in another episode, I think I'm gonna be pissed off because you say she was bullying you, right? If somebody was bullying me and I have text message that proves, I would gladly show the whole world the proof, like show you, in short, read out all the text messages, no matter how bad it was, no matter how horrible it is. I will read out one by one all the text messages to show you, to let people know that this is what happened. But you never showed anybody anything,
Not
but you
even a
expect us to.
judge. That's why he's got convicted, allegedly.
Then you just expect us, "Oh, yeah, yeah," and it stands on the fact that something that I did in 2022, she arrested me in 2024 for. Like, I'm like, she already said that she filed and waited for God's time for it to happen. Unfortunately for you, it happened when it happened. So him coming outside every single, like, I'm tired of Carlos King. I think Carlos King needs to stop that, because how would you be on air? You're somebody's accusing somebody else bullying the person, and you're showing one text message. Show us every other thing that states that the person was bullying the person. Oh, Miss Anne said it was actually an IG story exchange between Mel and.
In hotel, but he started it. That's where it was. But it all comes from he don't want to be accountable. And some people fall for it. That's why he's used to people him saying, "She said this, she did this," and they say, "Oh well, Mel ain't all clean neither, because the hotel says she said or did this." He's used to people falling on his every word, but he's in the real world now, not small little Huntsville. And there are people out here that got sense and can see it for what it is as it's laid out. We see the proof. We have the receipts. We have the receipts. We have you out of your mouth on interview saying, yeah, you sent it to her in a threat. And you even said you didn't care if it ruined your life. So why are you caring now? You said it. You admitted it. Yes, it happened in 2022. Mel turned it in. No, she didn't even turn it in then. She just turned it into her lawyers, but they didn't do anything with it. When y'all started going, you was giving your side chick the battery in her back. And she started going on that content creators page saying she got the video, we'll show it, we're going to put it out, and that Carson Blue thing. That's when Mel said, oh no, I got to do what I got to do. to stop this. And that's when the charges was pressed. There's been a warrant out there. You just didn't turn yourself in, or they didn't catch you yet. That warrant was already issued. You got caught when you turned yourself in 2024. This was already in progress. He needs to stop it.
That's what I'm saying. And the fact that I felt like Nell was like trying to like, okay, let me have a chat with you, and he went ahead and being like, um you wise, because Nell was saying the truth. At the end of the day, the kids are still the important thing, because the kids will still go up and see these things. How do you think the kids will react, or how do you think the kids are going to feel if they see all these things was being said by their dad about their mom? Also, what the kids get to hear that my dad made an attempt or even blackmailed my mom with something like that. How do you think the kids were going to feel? It's going to come and bite you in the ass. And he went out and was like, talk. And Nell was trying to explain that, something like, I'm going through my situation with my stepdaughter, and he went and was laughing about the side chick thing. I'm like, Martell can never take anything serious. Somebody's trying, as I know that, yes, Nell's situation is different, but she's trying to give you an example of how things can come and bite you in the ass. But you're not taking it serious, you're laughing
Oh, look
over
who it's
the.
coming from. It's coming from Nell. Nell makes excuses for her own boys when they get in trouble, so he can't. He will laugh at her if they don't take her serious.
But how did you guys, let me before you go, how did you feel about Nell not inviting inviting Martell, and his reaction to him not being invited anymore to Nell's birthday party?
Well, not to be invited to a 60 plus year old's birthday party. I was offended. That's my age group. We're popping. Hell, I look better than some of the 40-year-olds I see, you know, and uh, uh, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I have been holding this in for so long. You guys would never guess who was in my DMs before I started doing this podcast. Want to
Who?
guess?
Who?
Martell.
What?
I've been I've been holding this forever. Look,
Girl.
yes. Let's see. 2 years ago in June, he was all up in my DMs, and I was like, excuse me, I'm like taken back because, dude, no, I follow you. That's as far as I'm going. You know what I'm saying? And I wrote something to the fact that, another woman is going through turmoil. Look, I'm cool where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm married, I got kids. I tell them shit, I'm 60, going on 60. I was 59 at the time. I said, I'm going on 60. I may not look it, but I am. You know what I'm saying? And how he did, who was that? Kenya. How he was in her DMs and then took it away. Yeah, same thing happened to me. I've been holding that forever. I didn't really want
What?
to
I
say
just
nothing.
got back in here. Did I hear what I thought I heard you just
Yes.
say?
Yes, you heard what
But
Oh
you're an
I
my
said.
god.
attractive lady.
Martell was in my DMs. Yes, he was.
Did
Deep.
you screenshot it?
No, I didn't, because you know what? Because I never knew that I was going to be doing a podcast.
Okay, well, can
You
you
know
go
what I'm
back to
saying?
it now and see if it's still there?
It's gone.
Can you
It's
go
gone.
to it?
It's gone.
What?
Because
Are you sure it
you have
wasn't
the
a fake
power.
page?
No, it's the same official page with the check mark.
What?
Mm.
And if you look, I am still his friend, following him or whatever you want to call it.
What? Let me go check. Let me go check.
Okay, go
Oh my. Wow.
ahead.
Oh my god. Martell has been around.
Well, you know what? He ain't coming this way because look, I'm 60. Actually, I'm going to 62, but I am popping. You know what I'm saying? And hell,
Okay.
I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? I got my own problems. I deal with what I deal with. And that's as far as I'm going. I'm not dealing with nobody else's crap. So I
Oh,
felt a little offended because we're still popping over here at the age of 60, looking like 40.
you felt offended for Mattel or for no?
Say what? I'm offended. Martell.
So I think I was on Twitter when the show was going on. Someone was like, Nell, if there's a fire outbreak at your party, just know that it's Mattel because the way he was taking it personal that he was disinvited was so real. I was like, for someone that cried so much in the confessionals, how he didn't care, his emotions were showing. I'm so pissed off.
Mhm. Mhm.
Why are they choosing Melody to be there and not me? Like it
Mhm.
was showing. I was laughing throughout that in like Martell, that your mouth is saying something else, but your emotions is saying a different thing.
Mhm.
Your
Yeah.
body language, a
He,
total different thing.
yeah, he acted like almost like he was when they did the reunion and he walked off stage when Melody said something. He said, "You're lying." And I looked and walked off. He had that same look. And I was like, okay, he's hurt. He's butthurt, because he wasn't invited to the party.
He should be disinvited to everything. That's good. Nobody should be wanting to be around the likes of somebody like that. That would do such a thing. That's just a disaster. Like he's like a tornado. He destroys everything that comes in his path. And he was hurt, just like you said. He was pissed. He couldn't hide it. And then to insult her, he always that's his fight back when his feelings are hurt. He he lashes out with insults and disrespect. He don't respect now. He toys with her. She wants to think he holds her. He holds her at high regard. No, he doesn't now. He plays with you like a cat plays with a ball. Okay? But I was happy she did that because I wouldn't want to be around him, and I feel like she shouldn't want to be around him neither.
Yeah, but one thing I noticed about the guys out in Huntsville, they know each other's secrets. They
Yep.
do. They do. And when they try and spill them out, the other person kind of shut them down a little bit. I don't know if y'all notice that, but I be picking up on stuff.
Yeah. Job reality, how did you feel about Nell disinviting Mattel? She's still here.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I thought it was funny when he said that she uninvited me to something I didn't even know about. Like, that was silly. I thought because he said he didn't even know she was having a party. I don't care about just 60-year-old party. I thought that was funny, but I think it was just for show because he didn't even know about the party. So you're uninviting me to something I didn't even know about. And like you were saying, Ladon, like, was it you who said that he's toying with her, or was that Fleeing from Her
Yes.
Girls who
Yeah,
said
that
that?
was Ladon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it seems like she's trying to make a statement, trying to act really hard nosed towards him, but I don't think he even cares what her opinion or her husband's opinion is. Did you guys get to that scene yet? But
No.
Chris
Well,
and
but before
Martell yet?
before
Not yet.
before we get to Mattel and this thing, let's talk about Moses meeting up with the Scott brothers.
Oh
And
yes,
I
yes,
was
yes,
shocked by
yes.
that meeting. I was really shocked by that meeting. And the first thing that came to mind, why is everybody making Destiny and Moses issue their own issue? But there were some things that the Scott brothers said, and I was like, wow. So these guys be making sense sometimes. I was surprised at most of things because they were making a little bit of sense with what they were trying to say. And it kind of made sense. One of the things that I think was Marcel that said, he said, for you to be that quick to move on from um Destiny to Sonny, that means you really didn't like Destiny at all. And I was like, because they are men. They know themselves. They know how they think. They know how they do their things. So for him to have said that for the way Moses moved that quick from Destiny to Sunny, and imagine, like, we found out that immediately got married, they tried IVF. I'm like, why that quick? A lot of things did come out from that conversation that I was really shocked. But as much as I said that I was shocked, I was even like, I feel like at this situation, the way they are moving, I don't like the fact that Destiny is trying to put herself in this situation. What do you guys feel about? I know Shoprite when you talk about it. What do you feel about the conversation between um Moses and the Scott brothers?
I enjoyed it. I thought, but I do have to say, why is it that the Scott brothers are always in the position to try to be the voices of a reason on the show? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they're always the
Hmm.
Yeah,
ones
I
who
have.
are it's like, what's that about? Now, of course, I don't have any problem with Marceau being the voice of reason, but I was just curious as to why the two of them. But yeah, it was interesting. I like how they were kind of warning him about all the backlash that you're going to be getting from the fans, and that, all those comments, eventually one of them may hit home for you. But then again, if this is what he and Sonny wants to do, and that's what they want to do. And I was surprised how he did say that. Yeah, it seemed like it was fast, but maybe that's he found a wife. You know how they say, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. So maybe what he saw in her was everything that he needed and desired. So I guess we can't knock them for that. It's just unfortunate the circumstances surrounding it. And I'm sure we'll get to that later once we talk about the sit down between Moses and Destiny. But yeah, I enjoyed the meetup. I think it was great. I think it was helped to build some camaraderie between the men on the show. And of course, it's always nice seeing Marceau doing his thing. I'll just say that. That's it.
Yeah. As much as I was like, why is the Scott brothers being in this convo? But I did enjoy the conversation, and I love the warnings, like you said, Shop Reality. I love the warnings they gave him. But I also love what Moses said. I'm gonna stand by my wife at the end of the day. I'm gonna stand by my wife and support my wife. And like you said, Shoprite, since they decided that this is what they want to do, I believe no whatever thing you want to get into, you should be prepared for, because everything in life has advantages and disadvantages. So since they decided that this is the route they wanted to go in life, I believe that they were prepared. And she's been in reality TV, even if she's behind the scenes, she has seen how things played out for the cast members, the hates, the likes, so I believe she knows a little bit of what is on the show. So I know they've discussed about it a lot. So, but I did love the conversation.
Real quick,
Now,
did
the,
you
the, the
guys
thing
find
I
him
felt
attractive? I just want to know, the ladies, did you guys find him attractive? I think he was until he started talking. I don't know, there was something about his
Oh,
voice just didn't seem
he
to
said he
match.
was until he
Moses.
started
Moses,
talking.
yeah. Do you find him attractive?
I think Moses is a handsome guy, but I don't like his character, how he moves. But I think he's very good
Okay,
looking.
okay.
No,
The
he's
voice
handsome,
just
man. I'm
doesn't
not
seem
gonna
to
take it away
match.
from him.
I think yeah, the scene was light, and I think that's how they should, if they're going to be a part of the show, that's the way that they probably should have came in. I don't like that they're making it, so big, like that was the biggest part of Dusty's life when she was married. When she came on the show, you didn't put as much energy into that situation that you did Moses. But I'm glad that they talked to him and Moses is finally speaking up, coming from his point of view, because you got Sonny doing all the talking, and you know how that goes. You know what I mean? Because it's really split. Some people are on seeing it for Destiny. I mean Dusty, or some people are like, Sonny and Moses is married. Leave them alone. Wish them
Mhm.
well. It is what it is. And I feel like, I don't think Dusty and Sonny's relationship was that strong to consider friends. 3 months, 3 months. No, y'all were getting to know each other. She was working with you, and she was trying to be a good producer by going above and beyond for you, even giving you money. Even because you had your story, you're getting divorced, you got these things. But the way Dusty is coming at Moses is like you don't even have that energy for your husband, your ex-husband. And y'all still got a situation going on. I just think Dusty needs to focus. And I think because Sonny worked in production, she probably got a little thick skin. And even when people coming at her, she can handle it because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
they chose each other and they working on a baby now. That's what Moses said. He said, right now we
Yeah.
working on a family.
Yeah.
And then when Dusty said, you named your business after my son that we talked about, but you had a son and named him Law with another man. So how you holding him accountable for naming his business after your son's name? It's just weird. The whole triangle is weird.
But before we go ahead and talk about Destiny meeting up with him, let's talk about one of the parts I felt like was kind of a downer in the episode was the new girl Tisha. How do we have two Tishas in the show? Wow, that's confusing. The new girl Tisha and Stormy meeting up with their husbands in the gym. I'm like, okay, we didn't see them doing much of a gymming, but it was nice. But I found out that Latisha opened up a little bit in this episode, her marriage issues, her family issues, how her marriage got to, she was more open. And I feel like people, the viewers needs to give them chance a little bit before they judge. Because everybody's like, they're boring, they're boring. Oh, Trisha, not Tisha. Oh, okay. Thanks, Miss Anne. People are like, she's bored, they're boring, they're boring. I feel like we should just give them chance. We gave um Stormy and her husband chance. We gave Kiki chance. We gave Neil and her husband chance. I feel like we should also give them the chance to prove themselves. But I love her story. I love her. Her background is a sad one, losing family, then going through that kind of marriage. It's a very, very sad one. And I want to see how that will play out in it. Let me for girl, how did you feel about the conversation between Trisha and Stormy?
Well, I enjoyed the conversation. I mean, you could tell that she was getting kind of choked up. I was kind of getting choked up listening. It was just, you know, and that's what the show is really missing. Somebody who's gonna keep it real, no matter how it makes them look or feel. You know what I'm saying? That's reality TV. You know, so I, I, I one thing I found out is she said that she was still married, but yet she's been in a 2-year relationship with what's his name?
Yeah, I don't
You
even know
know,
his
Ken.
name.
Ken.
I just yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of was like, wow. And then he was in basically the same relationship that she was in, but they had that understanding like, okay, we're just in this relationship for now with our significant so-called others, but after that we're doing us. Hey, they're grown. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got hurt and they're grown. So I would have to basically commend, you know, um what she went through and how she's going about letting everybody know she's being open. And that's
Mm-hmm.
something we don't get a lot of that from this show.
Yeah. What about you, Shop Reality? What did you feel about the conversation?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was on mute.
Yeah.
Can
Did
you
you
hear
hear what
me?
I
I'm
said? I
sorry, my
said, what did you feel
connection.
about? Oh, it seems like she's having network issues. Okay. Um, let's move forward. Now Martell decided to meet up with Fletcher, Chris Fletcher, and they also I didn't Martell's house is fine. He built a nice house. I wanted to ask
Yes, it's
ShopRite because I know
real
she's the one
nice,
that always
isn't
has.
it?
Yeah, is that his house? Because I was like, I was
Why
gonna
isn't
ask
his
you because I
name on
knew.
it?
What do you mean?
Why isn't Hotel's name on the house? Why is it a couple of other people on name on the
I
house?
I think it's like an investment group, right? Like a group of
Oh, okay.
investors built a house. Yeah, I think it's
It's
like an
a
investment.
husband and wife.
Maybe it's an investment group. Maybe I don't know.
But
I don't
why
know.
isn't his name on it then?
You know, sometimes when you go
Probably.
into business with people, and you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Uzo.
No, I feel I wanted to ask you because me, I don't know anything about it. So I was like, I was going to ask Shop Reality to get the full details. But for me, the house was amazing.
It
I'm not
is
gonna lie.
beautiful and it's up to date. It's modernized. I like the
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
island and then the light over the island like that. I like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah, nice property.
Yeah. Nice area too. I live near
Yeah.
two schools. It's nice. And a beach. So that's a nice area. And it's
Nice.
just in the yard. That's my biggest thing is the yard because I like cookouts and gatherings. That yard. And but the patio, I think he said they wasn't finished, right? Didn't he say they had to do something else with the backyard or something?
Yeah, he did.
Uh,
I would like to
yeah.
see the finish of the patio because he had that that cement, that nice space right there. I would like to see what they're gonna do with that and the rest of the yard. But it is a nice house in a nice area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it turned out
Probably
real nice.
expensive too.
Yeah. I was surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I was
How many
surprised. Kudos
bedrooms
to
is it?
I think he said 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms.
Oh, they probably got. Yeah, that's nice because it's roomy.
Yeah, but I was happy to finally see him do something that was
Hmm.
beneficial.
Hmm.
You
Productive,
know. Yeah.
and that you can actually see it.
Yeah.
It's like an artist. He been. We see so much other stuff. It's like, okay, so this is what you've been doing. At least you've been doing something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because he said he loves construction. He loves to do that.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
You
I
know,
I was really happy when I saw the house. I was like, yeah, at least we get to see Mattel in his elements once again, rather than what he's been like showing recently. So it was great. Like I loved it. And I love the idea that Carlos decided that, okay, fine, show this. And I do hope that he is the ShopRite, is that where he's staying? Is that his own house or is it for sale?
I think he said
The
rent
house is,
or sale.
yeah, no, that's not where he's staying. But yeah, I
Mm,
believe he said
well,
rent or sale, but right now it's for sale.
it's for sale.
I would
Is it
rent
still for
because ain't
sale?
that ongoing money when you rent? It's like constant money, right?
Yeah, but I think that the rent is like not that much in that area. The house is kind of like on
Oh,
the higher end for that area, the sale price.
oh,
And
okay.
I don't think the rent brings in that much. Maybe that's just kind of
Right.
like if they don't sell it, maybe to not let it just sit and not get anything
Mm-hmm.
for it, then maybe renting would be like the last resort. That's
Mm-hmm.
just me speculating. I don't
No,
know.
but it is by area sometimes. It's even like that in Boston, the area. You're right. Yeah, but
Mhm.
it's nice. Somebody will jump on it. It's modernized.
Yeah.
Everything is up to date.
Yeah, everything is looking nice. So I believe somebody would go for it. But after he showed us the house, Mattel decided to show us his elements again. That was what pissed me off. I was like, oh my god, I have already praised you, guy. I've already said you were looking the house you built was looking marvelous. Why did you go and open your mouth? you know. And he did open his mouth. And I see in my own perspective, I don't know, but I want everybody to give their own perspective in this. But in my own perspective, I said Martell was lying and contradicting himself. And that's what one thing with lies. You lie so much, you contradict yourself a lot. He lied so much, he even said that he doesn't, I don't know whether I did hear wrong. So if I did hear wrong, please correct me. He did say something like he doesn't think it's gonna hold up that much in court, because the court doesn't lie or something like that. And it was not funny to me hearing that. And I'm like, wow, at the end of the day, he got charged, he got convicted. What was he? It's like, I'm like, how? I don't know what realm you would be in life for you to do the thing he did and still be delusional at the same time to think that you are gonna go scot free. I don't know. For him to be like, it's just one text. Everything that Melody is doing, she did it on her own. I'm like, what level could you be to be in that state that you think like that? And even Chris was like trying to say, okay, you say it's just one text and it was nothing, and it's like, how did they decide to charge you? How did they decide to arrest you if they felt like, because I believe without evidence, there's no way they would have arrested you or decide to charge you. There is no way that would have happened. If there isn't enough evidence, you cannot be held. The question is, why were you held if there was not enough evidence? And you keep on saying just one text message. They saw something. The investigators saw something that they felt like it was enough reason for them to say, okay, yes, it's this guy needs to be taken in. But for you to come outside being delusional, still feeling like Melody, like the way he was saying it, like Melody was out to get him, that Melody just wants to get him, like Melody just want to paint this picture of him being this bad guy. He was never a bad guy. And the way he also said the picture, he was trying to evade the question about the picture. It was like, yeah, she said it's a video, let her show you the video. And I was confused, like, just answer the damn question. He asked you, was it a video, was it a picture? Answer the question. Why are you invading? Why are you asking him to go back to ask Melody? He asked you, you were there, you sent the text message, you knew what was the content of the text message. Why don't you answer him? Why were you saying he should go ask Melody? Like, he was evading a lot, and I was like, that's what, when you're lying, that's what you do. And for me, I felt like at this moment, I would say Martell should just keep quiet and just be doing his job. He's a good with the house. I saw he's good at what he does, but when he opens his mouth, mm-mm, it's the most confusing thing ever. It's the most confusing thing ever.
I was
So I don't
shocked.
know.
Shocked. I was like, do you hear yourself? Like, you had interviews and you said what you did, right? Like, what your baby mama told Carson, and you know that, right, Hotel? Like, why are you making it worse for yourself? I just think I don't think he had to suffer consequences growing up, because I really think he thinks he can just talk his way out of it, and it's just nothing. Oh, it's just it's simple. No, that's huge for somebody to wonder if this is going to be the day you drop it to the world because you keep threatening and you showed somebody else allegedly. But this show was taped before the court case because he's convicted now.
What did you feel about it, Libby, for your girl?
What did I feel about Martell and his whole situation? He is
The
like,
conversation he had with Chris.
the conversation he had with Chris, it seems like, excuse me, it seems like I said before, these guys, they know each other's dirt. They've been around each other. They talk. Men talk like women talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they were out at the clubs, the bars, talking, when Chris first hooked up with Nell, and Martell was privy to a bunch of stuff. That's why he could sit there and say, oh, yeah, she was a side chick, because he was there. He either he knew about the conversation or he seen for himself. He knew exactly what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, look, being a side chick in the 2000s, something's crazy about that to me. Because you got Google, you got so much stuff to find out about a person. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
back in the day, no, yeah, you could possibly be a number 3 side chick. You know what I'm saying? And wouldn't have a
Yes.
clue. But at this old ripe age, you should be checking on people. You know,
Mhm.
you be an investigator. Hell, I'm an FBI investigator. I will, I will check and find out. It only takes me a minute. If I'm really interested to know, I'm going to
Yes.
find out. Either I'm gonna taste it, I'm gonna dream it, or everything's gonna come right out in front of my face. You
But
know,
what did you feel about the fact that he was contradicting himself about the Melody situation and the text message he sent?
he's doing what narcissists do. He's been in the story to make himself look like the victim. I don't see any time where he was the victim. When was he the victim? When she said, hey, you keep these businesses, I'm filing bankruptcy. You know what I'm saying? When was he the victim? When she said, hey, I want the kids so you could go on and live your life. When was she the victim? When she was pregnant and carrying you guys' last marital baby, and she was getting embarrassed and drugged on national TV? When were you the victim? I just want to know. You know what I'm saying? So he's full of shit on that. And I'm calling it what it is. I'm not saying allegedly or none of that. I don't care. You know, he's full of shit. He was never the victim.
Yeah. What about you, shop reality?
Yeah, to echo her sentiment and also to add on to that about when Chris asked him, well, what was it? What was it? Did Chris, what his exact words were? Was it a video or was it a
Was
picture?
it a video? Was it
I
a
don't
picture?
remember.
Yeah.
A picture. He wouldn't come out and say what it was. What was it? He just, I don't know if they cut it out, but he did mention somebody's name, but then they put that dog barking. Do you think he had mentioned Arion when he said that somebody saw it and then I deleted it? Was it her you think he was saying? Was it
I
her
think
name that they
so.
put the dog bark? Say that again.
I think so.
Yeah, the dog barking sound. Yeah, I couldn't really follow it. I needed to go back and rewatch that again. But whatever it was he was saying didn't make any sense. And then him even sending that to her, the implications of that. Like, how could you do that to somebody who you at one point did love? Gave set your vows in front of, like, and the mother of your children. Like, how could you stoop so low? And then what you said, I believe that was you, Ladon, who said that her, you don't know what it may have been like for her to feel like any day now this person may do this, because what was the implication of sending her that photo? Even if it was just a photo, it would, I don't know. Was it a photo of the video? What was it? We still don't know what it was. But whatever it
Mel
was,
said it was a screenshot
a
of the
screenshot
video
of the video,
with
right?
the threat.
But he's trying to play with the words, with semantics on all of that. It was just a
Hmm.
picture of what? And then he just looked down. Say that
Exactly.
again. Yeah, that
I was
wasn't
like,
right.
exactly. The way he was trying to play wordplay, I'm like, excuse me.
And then, like you said, he wasn't being smart because at this point he had gotten arrested for it. So anything that you
Mhm.
say on this show, could that be used against you in a court of law? Or
Yep.
could he say, "Oh, I was just acting. These are the lines that they told me to say." Is
Acting
that
with
going to be
proof,
the
though.
defense? Yeah, it
Hasn't he
just didn't
said it
make good
before
sense.
that they are actors?
He did say that they were actors, but this was a real live situation that was going on. So either way, it wasn't smart for him to comment on it, and it wasn't smart of him to make the comments that he made. Why even do that scene? It just didn't make any
Exactly.
sense. Yeah, why do that scene?
That's what I'm saying. That I think at this point, Mattel should just keep quiet and just keep on showing us the things he's doing. If there's anything good, like this house, he did show us. I was happy for him. If there are things like that going on in his life, I think that's what he should just keep on showing us. Anything about anything, let him just keep quiet. Because whenever he opens his mouth, you just be like, wow. I don't know who it was between him and Moses, but like Mateo opens his mouth and you're like, okay, just keep quiet. Just keep quiet at this point. Because I went from praising him one moment, like, yeah, this house was marvelous. He built it very nice, to being like, what the heck is this guy saying? What? That was very awful.
And why? And yeah, it just didn't make sense. Why are you discussing this? This is a serious matter and you're actually discussing it. That didn't make sense either. He should have refused to talk about that. Just not very smart.
Yeah. Now let's go to the final part of the episode where we saw Moses and Destiny final showdown. Gam. Oh my God. See, I'm just gonna say that I felt a certain kind of way for this final showdown, and I did not like it for Destiny's sake. Um, because it's another thing that was having a lot of contradiction because this one were funny. He was like, okay, I accept my part that I wasn't really being honest with you on how things were. And he said they broke up. He told her that he was no longer let them go back to being friends by April. And she said, but that part still offs me. Anytime I say that, I always laugh. But you loved me through August. I don't know how you love somebody true. But Destiny said you loved
He
me
probably
from
was
the April you
telling her
broke
that
up.
he loved her and was sending her sweet nothings all the way up until August.
Yes, that's what
Dull.
I mean. But the thing is, like I
You
said,
know how they do.
and he kind of challenged her a little bit. He said when she was trying to like imply that the text messages he was sending her, I love you, darling, sweet words, and she said he sent her money by August. And that still implies that they were still in a relationship. For that part, I can agree for the text message, but somebody sending you money in Destiny doesn't mean that you're still in a relationship. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You sending somebody money or your ex sending you money or anybody sending you money doesn't mean that you guys are in a relationship. It doesn't work like that. So at that part, Destiny, for me, it's a no-no. If you say the text messages, that is understandable. He's still loving you up with text messages, that's understandable. But the money part, it's a no-no. And Moses kind of challenged her and said, show the text message. What did you think was going through Moses' head when he kind of challenged her to show the text message? Do you feel like the messages doesn't really exist and Destiny is lying? Or probably he knows that she doesn't have the messages again?
I think that he that she do got messages, but they're not gonna hold no weight. But I think he gonna go back deeper with messages when she was married, allegedly, and they were text messaging. I think he got some her skeleton. I think Moses know where Dusty's bones are buried. So he was challenging her, you do that and see what happens. Cause Sonny ain't going nowhere. She went through all this to get that man. She ain't going. You showing text me, I love you, so what? She don't care. She married him.
Someone in the comment section is saying that on the event with Melody, Moses said with Sonny prompting that he was with Destiny for the storyline. Whoa.
Oh, I don't think that. I think they did have a relationship, but I think she was probably pressuring him to get more serious for a storyline. But I think, did you see the way she came in there with that "come f me" dress on? She wouldn't have been me and my husband looking like that by himself. And then you see how he was gazing in her eyes. Come on now.
I
Mm-mm.
noticed that cleavage too. I was like, look at that low cut dress. Guess she was showing him what he was missing, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But
What
Ladon,
did
you said that he was gazing into her eyes.
I think there was still some lingering chemistry there. I think they
Ooh.
was looking at each other googly eyed to me. I seen some stuff there now. It looked like Dusty was like coming near looking like, yo, leave her for me. We can do this right now.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. Dusty went there with a mission with that dress on. Come on now. You ain't going to meet your ex at a coffee shop looking like that. You can wear
Uh-uh.
fitted stuff, fitted jeans, a fitted shirt, or whatever, but that come F me dress? Come on now.
what did you feel about it, living for your girl? What did you feel about the whole conversation and the dates and the text message talk?
I, I, I kind of felt like Destiny knew that this wasn't like a real relationship. Didn't he say something about Destiny is confused or something like that? Like I just feel like it wasn't a real vital relationship.
Right.
Just because you banging somebody don't mean y'all a couple. You know what I'm saying? Friends with
Yeah, and
benefits. It seems like that's what they were, friends with benefits.
But they did talk about having kids now. Let's not forget that. Do you talk about having kids with a booty call? I'm just saying.
Well, me personally, no, I wouldn't, but you never know what people talk about, you know.
You're right. You're right.
So I just felt like, they were friends with benefits. Maybe, hey, it possibly could turn into something, but for the fact that she wasn't willing to come forth the last time she was on the show with her relationship with Moses lets me know that it wasn't nothing really vital. It's almost like a married nigga and him and you being the side chick and he's like, hey, don't post me on social media. You know what I'm saying? We can go out, we can hook up, but don't be posting no pictures of me. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't seem like it was a real vital, like let me take him to meet my parents type of relationship. You know, friends with benefits.
yeah. What did
Like
you
he
feel
said,
about?
she knew. Like he said, she knew exactly what was going on.
But don't you think that sometimes, I'm sorry, I said Melody, Destiny sometimes be confusing some certain things. Like you do something for Destiny, and she feels this means more than it should be. Like when she mentioned that
Hmm.
because he sent her money in August, that means they were still in a relationship. Like she classified the money being sent to her as still being in a relationship, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me because I, for one, have had myself, my ex sent me money. Doesn't mean that we were ever in a relationship after. Like it didn't mean that we rekindled our relationship. It could be that you guys are now friends and a friend saw you in need and being like, okay, I want to help you out in your point of need. But she giving the reason why she felt like they were still in a relationship by August as him sending her money. That kind of pushed me back. Was like, does is Destiny a little bit delusional with the way she thinks?
Well, she said that he was also texting her he loved her.
No, the text part is different. I agree for the text part because you cannot be texting me, sending me text messages, sending me I love you, and telling me if you first tell me you don't want to be friends, you want us to go back to being friends, and send me text messages. That part I agree. That is Moses really fucked up in that part. But Destiny also mentioned, like I'm saying, that she kind of made me think a little bit about like she's a little bit contradicting herself, or
Yes.
immediately like you talk about he's sending you text messages, that's different. If a guy sends you love text messages making you think that you guys are still in a relationship, meanwhile he's moving on, that is different. We've seen it happen. It's possible. That part I would believe. But you come and tell me, okay, we now second guess yourself saying that, okay, but you sent me money. It's like the way she said it. I'm not saying that she's wrong, but I'm saying like the way she said it, she's like, you were loving me up till August, sending me messages. Oh, but you also sent me money. Like she was trying to, put more evidence to it. Like, oh, but you sent
Right,
me
right. But
money. Like the money.
I don't see why that's an issue. What is the issue with her adding more evidence to it? Because then she said, all of this stuff can come out. I think she was just proving that yes, in August we were still communicating. You were still telling me that you love me. You even gave me money.
Yeah.
That's also akin to her saying you sent me flowers. I think she was just
But
adding to the case. I don't see what the issue is with that. Please explain.
I think both is true. What both of y'all are saying is true. I think that Dusty, um, he said what he said first about we should be just friends or whatever. But you know how it is when you break up with somebody, they've been knowing each other 15 years or whatever. He probably was still checking in. And Dusty, oh, I'm going through this. I'm going through the divorce, this, that, this court. And he said, oh, I'll help you out, and sent her a little few dollars. And she took that as maybe the door's still open. And she's trying to throw it up in the situation as if that was solid proof that they were still in a relationship.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to prove. Like, I believe that Moses, because the way he was confused about the, like when they asked him when did you start talking with Stots and Sonny, he was like, he bit his tongue a little bit before he said July. Then we started talking by August. Then that one just made me know, okay, this guy is lying. So I believe he was sending her text message, but I felt like she should have left out the money part, because I know a lot of people would judge her because of the money part. If she kept on just like, you send me a text message, I believe Moses did all that. Moses is not a saint in my eyes.
I
He
have a
isn't a
question for
saint in my
you.
eyes.
I'm
Yeah,
confused. I'm confused. So if she had not have talked about the money,
yeah.
then people would say that she was making the whole thing up. But her adding the money, I think it helps to prove her case that he was still doing the same things for her that he was doing before August. I think that was a point of bringing up
But
the
you
money.
forget.
Or maybe I'm confused.
Okay,
I don't understand what is the problem with
let,
her
let's not
mentioning
confuse
that he
ourselves.
was giving her money.
Okay, let's not confuse ourselves. Let me break it down a little bit. Sonny, sorry, Moses and Destiny have been friends for 15 years before, officially before they decided that they were going to date, before they allowed everybody before she introduced him to us on the show that she was dating him. They have been friends for 15 years before they decided that let them try the dating stuff. Now, I believe if you've had a friend for 15 years, you will not tell me that your friend of 15 years will not come to your aid and help you out when you are in need. Or he hasn't been there when she was broken, when she was down, when she was, you know, when things was bad for her. He has seen through all those things, because my friends of 15 years have seen me in my lowest and in my happiest moments. So I believe also Them being friends for 15 years, they've been there for each other before they decided to be in a relationship. Unfortunately, the relationship part did not work out. He lied to her and moved on to somebody else and was still deceiving her. According to him, he sent her a message that he wanted to break up with her, but he was still like, I don't even believe. Okay, but the question is now asked: did she, when he said, "I sent you a message in April that I want us to go back to being friends," did she deny that, or the way she responded? That was my first thing. The way she responded, did she sound as if he didn't really let her know by that April that he was no longer probably interested in the relationship?
I got the impression that he was saying that, and I don't know when his birthday was. I don't know if he meant his birthday was
Yeah,
in April, but I got the impression that he was saying that she didn't have time for him or wasn't available for him. So
yeah.
because she's the one who was holding back, then maybe they should just be friends or whatever.
Go back to
Not
being
because he
friends.
wanted to. Maybe she was not
Mm-hmm.
emotionally available, but
Mm-hmm.
but go ahead because I want to hear. I'm not understanding what was wrong with her bringing up the money. I
Okay.
don't see why that's a problem.
Now, he said he sent her the message after his birthday, and he was like, "You know what? You're not there for me the way I want my woman to be there for me. So let's go back to being friends the way we were before." And being friends, they were there for each other. They've seen each other through difficult situations. Now, he still kept on sending her love messages to make her believe that probably he was still there for the relationship thing. Meanwhile, he was chasing after somebody else. Moving on to Sonny. Probably he thought that Sonny was not going to work out, and if Sonny didn't work out, he can go back to Destiny. Maybe that was the situation in his head. Now, he was texting her till August. He was still messaging her till August. That was a very valid stuff that he was still messaging her, right? Because I believe that. But where I said the money part was kind of confusing to me was because they are friends. They were friends before they became lovers. And he said he did not want the relationship again by April. So if you said he sent you money by August, it's possible that he sent you that money based on the friendship that you guys have had for the 15 years coming to now, not based on the fact that you were in a relationship or you were pursuing a relationship.
But
That's
don't
where I'm
forget that
hinting
he was
because that
still. But don't forget he was still texting her "I love you" along with giving her money.
I
well,
think he I think he went in wrong I think this is just me thinking now. I think
yeah,
that because I heard Moses say, um, so this is where I feel like they wasn't the communication was just screwed up between them. Moses made it clear he did not want to be with her. He was making his decision. She felt like I think he was kind of still leading her on by still checking on her, still, sending her I love yous here and there and text message, and money or whatever. So, but I think because Moses said, if I'm not mistaken, we when she was your producer, we was looking at your best interest by trying to move a certain way, you know? And to me, that makes me feel like y'all started doing some sneaky stuff when Sonny was Dusty's manager. I think Dusty is a female hotel, so she's tripping on herself because at the end of the day, unless we make it clear that we're going to make this go again and we're going to be exclusive, that's when we're trying this relationship again. Not what you want to do. If you're going to be here for me, you wasn't here for me, you trying to chase a dream over there, you wasn't at my birthday, you're not the woman for me, you're not the woman I need you to be in my life. So I don't want that. But he didn't say he wasn't going to still be her friend. And just because you break up don't mean you don't still love a person. But I think he was keeping Dusty on the sideline
exactly. That's what I was
just
trying to
in
say.
case Sonny didn't work out. But Dusty set herself up by looking desperate and chasing a man because she's putting more energy into her feeling like Moses did her so wrong. When you and Moses did a couple people wrong allegedly. So it's kind of like Dusty just he married the woman. Just go on about your business and try to keep a little bit of dignity. You can't argue with a man who married another woman. After 15 years, he didn't choose you. It was effed up, yes, for somebody that close in your corners to have done something like that, but they did it. And you're looking desperate. You ain't even looking for answers while your marriage failed, but you're looking for answers in a relationship in a man who didn't choose you. It's
Yeah,
just crazy.
I'd like to know what happened with that marriage. We still don't know. But as far as her, she was saying that once she found out that they were going to be on the show, she didn't want any parts of it. She didn't want to do it. But then as she saw that they were going to be telling the story, I guess, without her, then she was like, no, they're not going to be on here telling this story without me being able to tell my story. She says
I
that
agree
I
with
want to be
that.
able to tell my side. Yeah. So I agree with
I
her
agree
this
with that.
time around.
I
But you're
agree
right
with
as far
that
as
position.
yeah, that and then get paid for it too. And I think she may have held out long enough to get even more money because she said that, that didn't hurt. The zeros, as she said, did not hurt. So she may have held out for a pretty penny because she does seem a lot more confident this time around. And she seems
Hmm.
like I deserve to be here. That's kind of like the attitude that I noticed that she had when she came in the door to
I
meet
don't
with
know
the
about all
ladies. And
that
yes,
now, but
Yeah,
well,
I get
she has
she came in
confidence.
competent.
no, I
She
get what
seemed
you're
Mm-hmm.
very
saying,
competent.
but
Oh,
Dusty's
that she deserves
delusional.
to be there?
Yeah, she is delusional,
Well, I mean,
but
I guess
I
she
get what
deserves
you're
to be
saying.
there to tell her story because these people are going to tell it. I
Oh
better
yeah,
tell my side.
yes.
And she does seem to be much more disappointed with him and not so much Sonny. It's just like, I knew this man. I want to hear what he has to say. And I guess more is going to come out too because
Yeah,
if you watch her
I
on the
guess more
YouTube
is doing
channel,
because the part two of the conversation is still going to
yes,
come
like the
in.
names of the
So,
child. I want to know what that's all about.
but you know what? I feel like at the end of the day, but I know that Destiny is a very experienced person. She has been on the show for like 4 years before she stopped. So I know that she's prepared because a lot of people are still gonna come for her being like, why are you arguing with somebody that is already married? It's not like he's gonna leave his wife and come running back to you. Even if
I
it,
wouldn't
she's
want
gonna
him. I wouldn't want him if he tried to come running back to me second best because it didn't work out. Like, get out of here, dude.
yeah, she's gonna get a lot of hate, and people are gonna be like, "Stop!" But I love that she's here telling her own story. At least they are
Yes.
telling their own story, and she's also telling her own story. That makes good TV, and I'm here for it. But before
Even
we
with a
round up,
little
let's
lies, huh, Uzo? Even with a little lies.
lies. Oh my god. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the preview for next week's episode. We will see the continuation of the discussion between um Moses and Destiny. And we also get to see Sonny and Moses being together talking about the situation. And like I say, Sonny still keeps on the argument that the way Destiny viewed their friendship is not the way she viewed her friendship, and she made her own valid point. Destiny should name 5 things that she knows about her. I want to see if that will be true. If Destiny can really name 5 things that she really does know about Sunny in the situation and everything going on. And we'll also get to see Melody. I don't know if she's trying to get a man or she had a man, but I didn't just know. But I was glad to see her with her own personal friends on on the show. What did you guys feel about the next week preview? And sorry, and Latisha potentially dumping her gym instructor because she's friends with Stormy. But did you guys believe, ShopRite, we talked about it, I think, in the last episode, that how is she friends? How is she coming into the show as a friend of Stormy when you know she's closer to Latisha, and now she's saying she defined their relationship. How did you feel about that?
I'm sorry. Miss Wanda is live and she's talking about,
She's
I
going
don't
on.
know. Miss Wanda, the event is tonight, I guess, and Marceau is out there
Oh, okay.
cursing. But just make a long story short, did you guys even talk about that scene, or you guys just skipped it of when all the people were at the
We
gym?
see. We talked
You
about
don't
it.
remember when they were out there? Oh, okay. That was drawn out. That was drawn out. But the lady's story was interesting. It's
Yeah.
sad to hear that she had, a difficult marriage. But it was kind of drawn out. But I'm sorry, what was your question?
I was saying
What
that
was
the
your
preview
question?
for next week's episode, let's talk about it briefly. Everything that's gonna
Okay.
be happening. And now that you've talked about the new lady Trisha, the fact that Martell's like the way Martell was acting towards her during the preview, I'm like, if it was me, I will deny you forever. I don't know you. I don't know where I know you from. Because that was literally the degrading for me watching it. I don't know.
You know what? All I can say is Huntsville is really small, and it seems like everybody knows everybody. Everybody has slept with each other. I don't care if it was high school, early college, young adulthood.
You think they
Everybody,
slept together?
yes, of course. Yes, because she was looking like, oh God, does he recognize me? And he's looking like, wait a minute, hold up, something
Ooh.
seems
Hmm.
familiar. Yeah, yeah, of course, they slept together. I, Come on, I feel it in my bones. They've been together, you know, and I don't know if Stormy knew, but bravo to Stormy for saying, hey, y'all acting weird because they were both acting really, really weird. And
Mm.
it's like a secret that they don't that maybe she doesn't really want it to get out right now because her life is going so good, and maybe she was dating him or went over and kicked it with him at a low point in her life. I don't know, but yeah, they've been together. I can't wait to see next week's episode.
Yeah, me too. Well, now that you think they was acting kind of strange, and he was like covering his face, like, oh, and that's weird. It is. Um, but I'm excited to see Mel and her friends talk about her dating because I would like to know if she's dating or what she's interested in. So I'm excited about that, but I just think that Trish came on the show wrong already. Because as soon as she sat down with Stormy, she said, Tisha called me to be her trainer, but I never called her back because I wanted to know what your relationship was first. See, just because you're friends with Stormy don't mean you can't come in trying to meet people for yourself. You're already trying to click up. If Stormy ain't talking to him, you won't talk to him or give him a chance. And you're asking her first before you go and make your money because that's how you make your money. You're a personal trainer. You know what I mean? So I didn't like that about Trish. And then with her coming up in the scene with Tisha, it's like it's kind of hard when you have a person you're just meeting and they come across as if our relationship is only in contingency of another person. That's not, that's a follower to me and not a woman. Yeah, you came in as Stormy's friend, but are you trying to come in to become a cast member and get to know everybody, or that click up stuff again? We don't need no more of that.
Yeah. Um, Chef Rex, do you have anything to say about the preview before we?
Um, no, not really. Just other than that, I'm excited about it. Like you guys said previously, that the show was kind of this episode was kind of up and down. the points that you guys did touch on was really interesting. I can't wait to hear the rest of the conversation between Destiny and this guy, this whole name thing. I want to know what's with this whole name thing. What's that all about? Anyway, other than that, no, I don't have anything
Yeah.
else to say. But I thank you guys for letting me chat with you guys today.
All right, guys. Thank you very much, Ladon, for
All
joining us
right. Thank
today.
you for having me always. Thank you.
Thank
Ciao,
you,
y'all.
Living for your yeah, thank you, Living for your girl, for joining us today. Don't forget, guys, to
Course.
like and comment on this video. Comment your thought and opinion about what we said on this video. Whether you like it or not, comment on the comment section. Don't forget to also click on the subscribe button of ShopWriting TV's YouTube channel and also on Filtered User's YouTube channel. We'll see you guys same time next week. Have a nice day, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.